Let's get ready to play against Dallas at home.
And a look back at the ring ceremony concluding moments ago. What a fantastic celebration. And the tip-off opening night. Let's check out the starting lineups. First for the Mavericks, Jameer Nelson is out there with Ellis. And in the middle, the 2012 Defensive Player of the Year, 7'1" rebounder, shot blocker, and leader, Tyson Chandler. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And Nowitzki in at the 4. Then for the San Antonio Spurs, in the backcourt, Mark Ginobili. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taken with the 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the 4 spot.
One thing you know when it comes to the Mavericks is
halfway through the second.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, Monte Ellis joined the Mavs last season, and Coach Rick Carlisle said, "We love him. He's been a godsend. He fits what we're doing. He fits with Dirk. He's been extremely coachable, and he's a rise-to-the-moment player. Just a great competitor. Kevin made great use of his slashing ability."
One of the best offenses in the league, Doris, thanks.
I'm going back.
Jefferson's shot is off. Well, guys, the Mavericks have made the most out of this run since they've had Dirk Nowitzki. A strong team for so long because they never tore it down.
And there were times they could have. I mean, you have to respect that mentality that they've maintained their unity, their continuity. And as long as you have Dirk, you know you can put pieces around him to be competitive. That's what the Mavs have always done. They haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up.
Not good at free throws.
Pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
We got a storyline here. If it goes on for the rest of the game, it could be all those points they're getting at the foul line.
And on top of that, they're really starting to knock down that long-range 3-ball tonight as well.
Mike Smith, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler. He doesn't get the second one.
Well, what can you say about the Spurs at home? I mean, they've been dominant here for so long. It's a shot whenever they lose.
And Nelson gets it to go. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you coming down the lane. Fifth is Tim Duncan.
He made it extremely tough for his opponents because he contested every shot and swatted away more than his fair share of.
The Spurs were dominant at home once again, as you mentioned, guys. 32 wins for them, Steve, and they shot absolutely great in this building.
Well, you don't win 50 games 15 straight years, Kevin, without being dominant at home. And that's what the Spurs have done. So they just get the job done. I mean, they're tough to beat here in San Antonio, and obviously a wonderful shooting ball club.
Joseph dishes it to Joseph. He passes it to Joseph. 6 on the shot clock. Dishes it to Joseph. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defensive end, Joseph scores his first basket here in the NBA at the beginning to hopefully a long and prosperous career. Nelson kicks to Ellis.
Almost a steal.
Back to Nelson. A floater.
Nelson gets blocked.
Now here's Joseph.
There we go.
Leads him in there. Splitter kicks to Joseph. Left trade. Shot is off. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here, matched up against San Antonio, is how they'll tip off the new season.
And of course, they're meeting the team that was responsible for dealing them a very painful loss in the first round of the playoffs a year ago.
Come on, Alice. What you got on Leonard? What you got on the MVP?
Yes, and Ellis picking up the assist. 9 points for Jameer Nelson.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Steve just talked about their postseason last year, and Clark, I'll bet they're still thinking about how quickly this team bounced them out of the playoffs.
Yeah, you got to believe that, Kevin. I mean, their first chance this season for a little bit of revenge, they're salivating.
Right here.
Joseph, the pass to Flip.
Come on.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Parsons with it, picked up by Joseph.
Oh, that's
Parsons dishes to Ellis.
Nelson
outside. Nelson with another miss.
Was he part of the
Miss right
Rockets?
there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And Joseph kicks to Leonard. He dishes it to Joseph. He feeds it to Joseph. Spurs passing it around. Leonard the pass to Duncan. Now Joseph.
Come on, make that three, please.
The rebound by Monte Ellis. Ellis has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Just play the defense.
Feeds it to Jefferson. Outside Jefferson. Nelson kicks to Ellis. Nailed from 3-point land. Ellis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's key.
Now, presented by Sprint. The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
They get subbed in at the halfway point of third quarter. Wow.
And the
Oh, wide
Spurs with
open.
possession. Trailing by 2.
Well, despite his 6'3" height, Monte Ellis is at his best operating from the mid-range in. He's a superb athlete. He can slice into the defense and finishes with an outstanding touch around the rim.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Pass to Mills. He kicks to Leonard.
Come on, Leonard.
Drains the 3-pointer. Leonard's got 10 points here in the second half.
Good.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Nelson dishes to Chandler.
So this guy's an animal on the glass. Kevin, I mean, there may be some bigger and stronger rebounds in the NBA, but nobody plays with this kind of energy and zeal.
And I'll tell you one more thing about him, Steve. He sets a screen maybe better than anybody. And if he rolls off of it, he gets the ball and gets a clean look, it's automatic.
First assist of the NBA.
Free agency.
Okay.
8 draft picks, but they always seem to have a hand in free agency comes along.
He's got 9. That's a floater go. He lays it in. Nelson's got 11 points.
You got to have perfect timing to knock down that teardrop.
Clark, you look back at some of the big names they were rumored to be in on. With Jaron Williams and Dwight Howard, those 2 names come to mind.
And they missed out on him, but they've always been very good about remaining flexible when they need to be with the salary cap.
Commit a turnover this quarter, huh? No.
Kick it out.
Nelson left side. Shot clock at 5. A baseline J. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Well, let's take a look at last year's Dallas Mavericks and where they ranked in the NBA. They're second in three-point field goal percentage.
Fourth quarter with 9 minutes to go. I can make up for these 9 minutes.
Mills passes to Joseph to take the lead.
Go inside.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Clark, you think of how much success the Spurs have had, and it's almost as if they can plug anyone in, and they are immediately on the same page and working as a unit.
Well, they make it look easy, but there's a lot of work that goes into that. They evaluate the players they bring in, wanting to fit them into a culture that already exists, and the continuity and consistency you get from the top down. Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan, you set those guys in place, then you throw in Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker. Now you've got a group that you can win with for a long time, and they've done just that.
Outside Leonard passes it to Joseph. The dish to Mills. Shot clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Leonard.
The offensive rebound.
They shoot again with 1 on the clock. And
there
is it in. The Spurs lead by 1.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Nelson outside. Back to Ellis. Nelson's outside. This one for 3. And the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got assist number 5 here tonight.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Score.
Shot by Joseph. No good.
Boy, that was a tough one because if that goes down, you tie the score.
And you know they wanted to go down. They put together a nice run. That was nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done, and they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops, and they can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high percentage looks.
Splitter kicks to Joseph. Leonard. And there's the pass to Joseph.
Go in. There we go. 4 points.
And here's Nelson. Ellis outside. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Mills dishes to Joseph.
Gets it back.
Off the mark and a bad shot there. Mavericks leading by 5. Ellis the pass to right. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And Nelson gets it to go.
Good job of spotting his teammate near the basket, zipping the pass right in there.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Wood for an update.
Kevin, Greg Popovich is just going over the plan with his team. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
4 on the clock. Splitter misses.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Pass to Ellis. Back to Nelson. On the wing, Ellis. San Antonio with the rebound. Splitter's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Leonard kicks to Ginobili. Back to Leonard.
We can get back in this game. We have 5.5 minutes to go.
11 feet away. And he gets it to go.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Dallas calls timeout.
Toast and green chairs, get your 2-step position ready every year. The world's ice cream, 2 for a fan. Officially announcing this is more practice. Left in the gym, my time is dead.
What can happen?
Mavericks leading by 5. It's stolen by Duncan.
Oh, good steal, Duncan.
And now in transition is Mills.
Good steal. There we go.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close in the game to get giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Ellis kicks to Nowitzki. From about 16. And he connects with the jumper. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Well, after all those struggles in the first half, he has really picked it up here in the second.
Mills dishes to Ginobili. it. And Wright pulls it down. Wright's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ellis goes in. The feed now to Nelson.
They're too close to me.
Nelson, right side. 6 to shoot. Parsons passes to Nowitzki.
No.
And that one's good. Now it's a 7-point Dallas lead.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Ginobili against Ellis. Ginobili kicks to Mills. Back to Ginobili. Ginobili left side. Stolen by Ellis.
Come on, Ellis.
He passes to Wright. Back to Ellis.
Come on, we can make a comeback.
Ellis dishes to Nowitzki.
Back
Back to Ellis. Ellis left side. Dallas needs to get off the shot. Nelson, no luck.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so. I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Dallas leading by 4. Dishes it to Nowitzki.
Stripped away.
Here's Ginobili.
Come on, Ginobili. What a move by Ginobili.
Ginobili's got 5 points now in the quarter.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. It's having their way down low.
Ellis the pass to Nowitzki. Pulls up.
There's no way. No way.
Rebound San Antonio.
Here we go, guys. 5-0 run. Extend this run.
Mills, that's a 2-pointer.
That one is a misses. Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. You're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
No.
Dallas. Rebound San Antonio.
Here we go.
Duncan with a screen on right. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. You can tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he's going to be called enough foul either way.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for Dallas. Ellis kicks to Nelson. Nowitzki up top.
No.
And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Joseph dishes to Duncan. He feeds it to Joseph.
I have a lane, but just close.
Ginobili outside.
Come on, Ginobili. Got it.
3-pointer. Ginobili's got 11 in the second half.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
1-point game.
We've got 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. And it's Ellis penetrating. He dishes it to Nelson. Look at 6. Feeds to Chandler. Kicks it out to Ellis.
No way, Ellis.
Another shot.
No.
Come on. Parsons got 7 points here in this quarter.
If you battle for the offensive
Try
rebound,
again, come on.
you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
Oh, stolen.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Ginobili the pass to
Come on,
Duncan.
we can get a good possession right here. Leonard to tie. No.
The Mavericks pull it in. And Parsons kicks to Nowitzki. Nelson. Ellis outside. Back to Nelson.
No, these guys open for 3.
Pass to Nowitzki.
It's okay if we have
6 on the shot clock.
game.
He kicks it to Nelson.
Yes.
Your chance here to send it into overtime.
Need a 3.
Come on, 3.
Can't knock in the 3. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get him to the penalty. Mavericks call time here. They lead by 3. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chandler with the ball. And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. And both at the line. It's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trailed by 5. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
Well, never say never, I guess. They just have no quitting.
And I think you have to respect that attitude and approach. I know most teams would have called it a game already.
Duncan, come on.
From deep 3-point range, missed. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They pulled off this win, Clark.
Come on, guys. Should have won that.
I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.
We just totally lost that game. We need to come back and win against Phoenix in our next
Now
one.
that you've played your first NBA game, how are you feeling?
It feels great, man. It's a real honor to be out there on the court for this team. This is a day I've been dreaming of my entire life, and to see it finally happening has been just amazing. I can't wait to get out there again next game.
I'm glad that was a close game instead of a really horrible game. Now, next video, we need to win against Phoenix. Manu Ginobili's out. What? I'm in that 12th spot. Alright then, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.